Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And shalom to the Aqua sisters as well too. And I say shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out from RT.com. And this is in a business news financial category as of November the 5th, 2023, and it reads, it says BRICS plus could end dollar dominance, the ex-White House advisor mentioned. It says the growing of the U.S. national currency by BRICS. And keep this in mind, I believe the BRICS nation was formed in 2014 and all the way until now. They recently had a meeting, I would say like earlier in the summer, like August the 22nd, they had that summit meeting of revealing the new currency, because it's going to be a new alternative of a currency that they might depend on, and other nations might follow the lead with the BRICS nation. And this is an increasing potential to overthrow the American dollar, even though the BRICS nation said that they had been reports saying that a couple of months ago, because I remember did a lesson on it, and I read it as well too. A couple of months ago, the BRICS nation said they wouldn't potentially trying to overthrow the American dollar, but just in case if the American dollar crumbles and it's not going to be a top currency, which is the greenback, which is the nations used to depend on as a top global currency of the dollar, the greenback by the paper dollar. And they were saying they're not trying to overthrow the American dollar. But as we've been seeing increasing examples of the American dollar been at its low, because a report came out a couple of months ago, because the increasing declining of the American dollar in a very long time, for the first time in 24, 25 years. It been the first time lowest in a very long time. So I just want to add an additional note to that. It says the growing use of the national currency by BRICS countries is likely to speed up the de-dollarization economics, Joe Silverman says. And I believe I did a intercept. Salaki for that. Back to what I was saying. I believe Thailand, they came with a potential of the discussion to ditch the American dollar and follow the lead of currency from the BRICS nation, I believe, or what their allies that they use as a currency. Because we've been seeing like nations been increasingly ditching the American dollar and not putting their trust in the American dollar, as well too. And that been increasing throughout the whole year of 2023. So potentially we're going to continue to see that increasing as we entering this new form of currency, because very soon the paper dollar is going to be a thing of the past as we move forward to this central digital bank currency, which is going to be the new form of currency. As you can read that in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 and through verse 18. And I'm going to bring that out as well too. And I'm going to read it again. It says the BRICS plus the dollar dominance, the ex-White House advisor. It says the growing use of the national currency by the BRICS country likely to speed up de-dollarization, economic Joe Silverman says. It says the U.S. dollar is facing a growing challenge from BRICS countries due to the bloc plan expansion and efforts to boost the use of national currency. The trade from members, according to Joe Silverman, a former special advisor to the White House Council of Economic Advisors. It says in an article from Foreign Policy magazine published earlier this week, Silverman suggested that BRICS is likely to script the dollar from the hegemony over global trade if it doesn't have a single currency. It says the BRICS currently comprise Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, but will be joined by Argentina, Oh yeah, because I remember, I would say not too long ago, I, be, I believe, because I remember I did a sit down lesson a while back, I would say like a couple of months ago, when you had Argentina and Brazil was in the discussions, form it together as a currency so they can drop the American dollar. Because I remember that as well too. And as of recently, like I mentioned, you had Thailand in the process of potentially dropping the American dollar. It says we'll be joined by Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. And keep this in mind too. I forgot her name, Yellen. She's a advisor from the economics, if I'm not mistaken, of the Treasury. Yeah, she's an economics of the Treasury, the yield Treasury, if I'm not mistaken. And she was saying that you know, you had the United States been using economic sanctions on these countries that they look as their adversaries. I would say Iran, China, Russia, North Korea, and many other countries that they look at as their adversary. And she was saying that these hard economic sanctions that the United States put on these countries is going to backfire on them, and that is true. It says in an article from Foreign Policy magazine earlier this week, several men suggested that the BRICS is likely to script the dollar of a homogeny over global trade, even if it doesn't have a single currency. It says the BRICS nation currently comprise Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, will be joined by Argentina, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates this coming January. According to estimates, the expanding group, which Silverman referred to the BRICS Plus, represents nearly half of the global GDP by 2040. BRICS Plus may bring the global South economic statecraft from the 20th to the 21st century. In the 21st century, non-Western economic blocs such as BRICS Plus can gain over the West. 20th century oil embargoes may seem past, even only relative to the 21st century trade and financial actions that BRICS Plus could theoretically now manage, Silverman says. He noted that three other bloc original members, Brazil, China, and Russia, are major exports of precious metals and rare earth. The addition of Egypt, Ethiopia, and Saudi Arabia, the three countries that surrounds the Suez Canal, a key trade artery, Salakia, will give the bloc influence over 12% of global trade. Saudi Arabia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates, which are major export of fuel fossils, will give the groups greater weight. Commodities market maneuver. Moreover, Saudi Arabia owns over 100 billion in U.S. trade bonds. That's a lot of money, which broadens the economic leverage at the disposal of BRICS Plus and financial holdings, Silverman says. Meanwhile, the BRICS countries are also actively boosting the use of national currency in mutual trades that have signaled the possibility of introducing a new single trade currency at the summit next August, right? Just like they did this August, potentially next August as well too. While such as the currency is still a work in progress, Silverman said the BRICS has the power to top the U.S. dollar's dominance, even without it. Damn, they said even without it. It says the BRICS Plus nations do not need to wait until a shared trade currency before their swing of new and large economic wrecking ball at the dollar. It says the BRICS states don't even necessarily need to have a shared trade currency to chip at a king dollar dominance. A BRIC Plus demands that you have to pay each member in its own national currency in order to trade with any of them. The dollar's rule in the world economy will go down. Silverman stated, nothing that once that happens verily of currencies will gain importances. The economics noted that the global general is much ripple for the de-dollarization now than it even ever, it says now than it was even 6 months ago, due to the technical shifts in China's economic. In Washington, Silverman believes that recent slowdown in China's economic growth means a more balanced BRICS with more believable serves, shares, interests, rather than the domineering China. Meanwhile, he also noted that there is a growing skepticism about how closely dollar hegemony matches U.S. national interests in Washington itself. Rumors of the death of the dollar as a global reserve may have been exaggerated in the lead up to the August summit of BRICS country in Johannesburg. This time around, however, rumors of the death may be not exaggerated. Silverman concludes. This is the book of Revelations. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, and it reads, and he caused all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a MARK in their RIGHTHAND or in their FOREHEADS. Right, this is going to be a time where in order to buy or sell, that's why you're seeing the nations forming this form of currency to overthrow the American dollar, coming with their own form of currency, which is being revealed. It's in the process right now. As I was reading an article about the BRICS nations, right along with the BRICS Plus nations, forming their own form of currency, either without their new form of currency, they can still increasingly potentially to overthrow the American dollar. But very soon, the American dollar in all these nations and all these countries around the world, the paper dollar is going to be a thing of the past, because this is going to be a new form of currency, central digital-based currency, cashless society. In order to buy or sell, they're going to have that technology they're going to fully reveal, which is that CHIP of this MARK under this modern-day Babylonian economical system in order to buy or sell. And this is a major prophecy that's about to be fulfilled, as we see more increase in signs to that. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the MARK or the number of the BEAST or the number of his name. Revelation chapter 13 verse 18, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures, here is wisdom, let him have understanding, count the number of the BEAST, for it is the number of a man, and his number is SIX 303 score. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying from RT.com, business news financial category, as of November the 5th, 2023, and it reads again, the BRICS Plus could end dollar dominance, according to ex-White House advisor. As it says again, the growing use of the national currency by the BRICS countries likely to speed up the de-dollarization economic, Joe Silverman says. So with that, once again, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Akarkadash. Shalom to the elders, Wa'akim Wa'akwaf. Say Shalom.